The Fallen Hedge Knight. A lonely dirt road stretches across the riverlands. A squire named Dunk digs a shallow grave for his aging master, Ser Arlen of Pennytree, a minor hedge knight who died of a fever. Dunk buries him with dignity, reciting the knight's vows in trembling words. Alone for the first time, Dunk takes Ser Arlen's worn sword and dinted armor, whispering, "I'll make you proud, Ser." That night, he dreams of a white castle and a crown of stars, a vision hinting at his future destiny. Stopping at a roadside inn, Dunk attracts attention for his massive height and rustic manners. A bald, mischievous boy named Egg mocks him, but then secretly follows him, offering to be his squire. Dunk initially refuses, but sees the boy's resourcefulness when Egg helps him avoid being cheated by a dishonest armorer. Dunk reluctantly agrees. Unknown to him, the boy is Aegon Targaryen, fourth son of Prince Mikar, a royal in disguise seeking freedom from the shadow of his bloodline. The duo travels south to Ashford Meadow, where lords from all over the realm gather for a grand tournament celebrating Lady Ashford's daughter's name day. The tourney is alive with tents, banners, and heraldic music. Dunk, overwhelmed by the splendor, dreams of earning glory and gold by defeating noble knights. Egg warns him to be cautious of princes and politics, but Dunk's hope and innocence blind him to the dangerous world around them. Dunk struggles to register for the tourney. Knights scoff at his lack of lineage and his shabby armor. He's mocked by noble-born knights who call him a pig boy in steel. Egg, showing cunning maturity, helps him polish his armor and repaint his shield with a personal sigil, a shooting star across a field of sunset orange. It becomes a symbol of Dunk's identity, a man of humble birth reaching for greatness. At the fairgrounds, Dunk witnesses Prince Aegon Targaryen, a beautiful but sadistic noble, tormenting a puppet girl whose show depicts dragons being slain. Enraged by Aegon's cruelty, Dunk steps in and strikes him, an unthinkable act against royal blood. The crowd gasps in horror as Aegon bleeds, vowing revenge. Dunk, driven by pure chivalry, stands tall, declaring, "A prince is no knight if he harms the innocent." Guard sees Dunk. Aegon demands his death for treason. During Dunk's imprisonment, Egg reveals his true identity as Prince Aegon, brother to Aegon and grandson of King Aegon II. Dunk is furious at the deception, feeling tricked into danger. But Egg pleads for his life before his father, Prince Mikar, arguing that Dunk's actions were honorable. The court debates. Is he a criminal or a true knight? Prince Baelor Breakspear, heir to the Iron Throne and the most honorable of the Targaryens, offers a compromise, a trial of 7. 7 champions for Dunk, 7 for Aegon. Dunk must find 6 others willing to fight beside him, but few dare oppose princes. The tension grows across the camp as nobles whisper, a hedge knight challenging a dragon's son. Desperate, Dunk pleads for help among the knights. Most refuse, fearing royal wrath. Yet 6 brave souls answer. Ser Humphrey Harding, a jolly knight. Ser Robin Riesling, quiet but fierce. Raymond Fossaway, a young idealist. Ser Lionel Baratheon, a noble veteran in disguise. Stefan Fossaway, Raymond's cousin, who later betrays him. And Egg insists on standing as the 7th. Dunk forbids him. Egg is too young, but Egg's loyalty moves him deeply. The morning mist rises over the field. 7 knights face 7 dragons. The crowd gathers in solemn silence. Steel clashes, horses rear, and blood soaks the ground. Dunk battles Aegon with raw power, while Aegon fights with vicious precision. When Aegon tries to gouge Dunk's eyes, Dunk smashes his faceplate, knocking him unconscious. But victory comes at a price. The melee grows chaotic, and Prince Baelor is struck by a stray mace blow while protecting Dunk. The trial ends in Dunk's favor, but the victory is hollow. Prince Baelor dies in his brother's arms. His final words to Dunk are, "Protect him, teach him honor." Dunk kneels, heartbroken. Aegon is sent away in disgrace. Mikar, torn by grief, pardons Dunk, not out of mercy, but because his son's dying wish compels him. The small folk whisper of the hedge knight who made princes kneel. As Dunk recovers from his wounds, Egg refuses to leave his side. The boy insists on remaining his squire, saying he has more to learn from Dunk than from the maesters or Kingsguard. Dunk agrees, realizing that though he's not noble by birth, he embodies the true spirit of knighthood. Their partnership, humble knight and hidden prince, is sealed with mutual respect and quiet affection. Dunk and Egg wander the countryside, taking small tasks, guarding merchants, escorting pilgrims, settling disputes among peasants. The small folk love them. Through their travels, they see the suffering caused by noble greed, poor villages taxed to starvation, lords warring for pride. Dunk begins to question the meaning of honor in a corrupt world, while Egg learns empathy for his future subjects. At an inn near the Reach, Dunk overhears whispers of a new Blackfyre rebellion, supporters of Demon Blackfyre's lineage plotting to overthrow House Targaryen. Egg trembles, knowing this could mean war against his own family. Their journey suddenly gains purpose. Dunk must protect Egg not just as a squire, but as a secret heir to the realm. The pair find themselves entangled in intrigue as nobles secretly pledge allegiance to the Blackfyre cause. Dunk is invited to a noble feast, where he recognizes symbols of the old rebellion, black banners with red dragons. Egg's identity is discovered by a treacherous knight. The tension builds. One wrong word could mean death. Dunk's loyalty to Egg now makes him a traitor in many eyes. Their ally, Ser Stefan Fossaway, betrays them for gold. Dunk and Egg are ambushed near Bitterbridge by mercenaries loyal to the Blackfyres. Dunk fights valiantly, but is overwhelmed. Egg is captured, his royal lineage revealed by his silver hair glinting in the firelight. Dunk, bloodied and furious, vows to rescue his squire, swearing on his sword, "No king's blood will fall while I still draw breath." Dunk seeks help from the outlaws and disillusioned knights who once fought in the first Blackfyre rebellion. In a powerful speech under the stars, he declares, "Knighthood was never about crowns or banners. It's about keeping your word when no one else will." Moved by his conviction, the men join him. They march by moonlight to the enemy camp, forming a ragtag brotherhood of true knights. A full-scale nighttime assault erupts. The camp burns with wildfire as Dunk charges through, cutting a path to Egg's cage. In a duel of destiny, Dunk faces the Blackfyre champion, a mirror of himself, tall, noble, but corrupted by ambition. Their fight ends with Dunk impaling his opponent as fire rains down around them. He rescues Egg, but suffers severe burns. The boy sees firsthand the cost of valor, his idealism replaced by wisdom. As dawn breaks, Dunk lies injured, and Egg tends his wounds. Egg promises, "When I'm king, I'll make a realm where knights serve justice, not pride." Dunk smiles faintly, replying, "Then you'll be the first true king in 100 years." This is the birth of their shared dream, a new era where honor might prevail. Egg gazes toward the horizon, the flames of war behind him, the light of hope before him. Recovered but scarred, Dunk and Egg continue their wandering. They pass through Dorne, the Stormlands, and the Reach, becoming legends whispered in taverns. The tall knight and his bald squire who fought for no crown. Dunk remains humble, rejecting offers of land and gold. Egg grows wiser, learning from every village they save and every injustice they face. Years later, an old storyteller recounts their adventures to children in a warm tavern. As he speaks, the camera pans to a mural, a white shield bearing a shooting star. The sigil of Ser Duncan the Tall, who would one day become Lord Commander of the Kingsguard to King Aegon V the Unlikely. The storyteller smiles and whispers, "Before there were dragons reborn or thrones of iron, there was simply a knight, a boy, and a dream of honor."